What's up, movie fans? Okay, guys, just wanted to mention that at the time I'm recording this, I had actually just seen yesterday the first 2 episodes of WandaVision, because they just came out yesterday, and I have to say, I am very confused. Okay, so moving on. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2021. I know it's a bit late into January to be doing that. Still, these are the top 10 movies I am most excited for in 2021, and by that I mean there are exactly 10. I am literally not excited for any other movies than the ones that are on this list. It's funny how that worked out, but I really don't know of any other movies that are coming out next year that I should be excited for. Starting us off, number 10 is Black Adam. This is a movie about, I don't know if it's like a prequel to Shazam or what it is, but it's in the DCEU, and it's about Shazam's like main villain, Black Adam, who's being played by The Rock. I like Shazam. Shazam's one of my favorite DCEU movies, so this movie's connected to it, so that's something. I really don't have a lot more to say about it. That's basically the only reason I'm excited for it. Number 9 is gonna be Raya and the Last Dragon. This is a Walt Disney animated movie. Walt Disney Animation Studios, over like the past 10 years, for the most part, has been pretty consistently good. Like, they had Tangled, they have Wreck-It Ralph, Big Hero 6, Zootopia, Moana, all of those are great movies. Frozen was okay, I don't really care for Frozen that much. And then Frozen 2 and Wreck-It Ralph 2 were both terrible, but like, let's just ignore that part. But for the most part, they've been pretty good with their original movies, and this is a new original Walt Disney animated movie. I'm excited for it because 1, the trailer looked cool, and 2, it's being made by a pretty consistently good studio. So number 8 is The Suicide Squad. This is the sequel to Suicide Squad. It's in the DCEU. Okay, so like Suicide Squad 1, which I have seen now, the last time I talked about all of the DCEU movies, I hadn't seen it, but Suicide Squad 1 is not a very good movie, like, at all. It's pretty bad. So this one does have that, like, holding it back, but at the same time, I really don't think this is going to be the same case, because I think the DCEU has gotten a lot better at trusting its directors. A lot of people say that what happened to Suicide Squad is the same thing that happened to Justice League originally. It was taken away from the director, it was re-edited into something that it wasn't supposed to be, and as a result, it wasn't good. I think that now that DC is putting a lot more faith in their directors, I think this movie might have a chance at actually being good. James Gunn is directing this movie, the director of the first 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Why did I say the first 2? There are only 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Yeah, James Gunn is directing this movie, and he's a pretty good director, so I think that this movie actually has a chance at being good. And what they've been saying about it in interviews has also gotten me really interested, because supposedly it's supposed to be this like unpredictable, just crazy movie, so I'm very interested to see what they do with it. So number 7 is The Eternals. This movie is in the MCU, and that's why I'm excited for it. I have no idea who the Eternals are, so that holds back my excitement a little bit, but I am still excited for this movie. I have faith in the MCU, and like, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Hardly anybody knew who they were before their movie came out, and now they're fan favorite characters. So I think the MCU will be able to do the same with the Eternals, and it's in the MCU, so. So number 6 is Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut. I'm excited to see Zack Snyder's original vision for Justice League, because Justice League wasn't a very good movie, so like, I'm excited to see what Zack Snyder originally had in mind for it, and that's why it's on my list. But at the same time, the reason it's not in the top 5 is because I don't really like Zack Snyder's movies that much. Like, I've only seen 2 of his movies, Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and out of them, Man of Steel's been pretty average, and Batman v Superman was very bad. Like, even the Ultimate Edition, I don't understand why people like Batman v Superman. It's not a good movie. I don't really know how I'm going to like the Snyder Cut. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, so that's why it's not that high up on the list, but I'm still interested in it. I still want to see what they do with it. So number 5 is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Basically same case as the Eternals. I have no idea who Shang-Chi is, but it's an MCU movie, so I have faith in it. The reason this came up above the Eternals is the other part of the title, the Ten Rings, which is referring to the Mandarin, the real Mandarin, not the dumb fake Mandarin from Iron Man 3. So I'm interested in seeing that, because, like, he's an iconic comic book villain, so I'm interested in seeing that, but besides that, I don't really have a lot of interest in this movie apart from Marvel. So number 4, Untitled Spider-Man Far From Home sequel. That's the title of this movie right now. I have no idea what the actual title for this movie is gonna be, but for now it's Untitled Spider-Man Far From Home sequel. I am excited for Spider-Man Homecoming 3. I think that the cliffhanger they left off at the end of Far From Home, Peter being exposed, his secret identity being exposed, I think that's a great concept to work off of, and that's the main reason I'm excited for it. However, the reason it's not higher up on the list, because to be completely honest, if this wasn't like something I had to put into play, I probably would have this at number 1, but the reason it's not at number 1 is because it's going to be a multiverse film. Like, at this point, that's not even a debate. With all the evidence we have, it's almost certainly going to be a multiverse movie, where all 3 live-action Spider-Man actors cross over. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm honestly not sure that Marvel can pull it off. Like, I know that sounds crazy, because, like, it's Marvel, but it just seems like this movie might have too much going on. I feel like they might be overstuffing it. That worries me a bit. I'm still excited to see all 3 Spider-Man actors cross over, but I'm not really sure it should have been in this movie. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be at the end of Tom Holland's trilogy. I feel like it should be just a standalone movie that's made after Tom Holland's trilogy, but instead it's intruding on Tom Holland's trilogy. So I don't know, I'm worried about this movie. So number 3 is gonna be Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, I saw the first Ghostbusters movie and I really liked it. Then the second one was not really that great, to be completely honest. And then the reboot I haven't even seen, but, like, still, I think bringing back this franchise is really cool. And I liked the trailer for this movie. I thought the trailer was really cool. I don't really have, like, that much of a love for the Ghostbusters franchise. I just think that bringing it back is cool. Yeah, I like the trailer, plus it has the kid from Stranger Things in it, so that's also there. So number 2 is Black Widow, which has been delayed a full year from when it was originally supposed to come out. So, like, at this point, I just really want it to come out. I don't even care if they have to drop it on Disney+. Black Widow's one of my favorite MCU characters. I think that her entire arc is really, good. I do actually have, like, worries about this movie, too. I think all of the MCU movies that are coming out this year, I do have, like, some kind of worry for them. And my worry with Black Widow is that Black Widow's arc seems complete, but they're putting a new chapter to her arc and dropping it in the middle. Like, I feel like that's weird. I don't know. I just feel like that's a weird thing to do, and that does worry me about this movie a bit. But I do still think that this movie is gonna be really good. Number 1 is Luca. This is a Pixar movie, and that's why I'm excited. I love Pixar. Like, I think I've made that very clear in the past. I literally made a video called Why I Love Pixar. I think 2020, like the 2 movies they released in 2020, Onward and Soul, are the reason I'm so excited for Luca, because to be completely honest, I don't think Pixar has ever managed to release 2 good movies in 1 year. Like, they've released 2 movies in 1 year before. Both times, one of them has been significantly weaker than the other. Here, they actually managed to release 2 really good movies in 1 year. That just gets me so excited for Pixar, and Luca's their next movie. I want to see what exactly this movie's about, because to be completely honest, I don't think I know anything about it yet, but I'm excited for it. So there you go. That's my list of my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2021. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. See ya, movie fans.